E adesso allora apriamo la prima finestra internazionale di questa conferenza. I would like to introduce Felix Antonio Barrio, Director General at Spanish National Cybersecurity Institute. Welcome to the CyberSec2024, Mr. Barrio. The floor is yours.
Buongiorno, grazie dottore Garofalo, grazie per avermi invitato a questo appuntamento. Purtroppo il mio semestre accademico di lingua italiana all'università è già molto arrugginito. Non è preferibile che ti parli in inglese. Let me switch to English. I'm sorry for have lost the Latin as vehicle language for all of us. How much in common Italy and Spain in terms of market, not only digital market, cybersecurity market, how common in vices and virtues as business models and culture, and how many challenges in common. Luckily, we preserve our extraordinary bilateral relation. Today we are signing a new agreement with the National Agency for Cybersecurity of Italy. We have been working in the last year successfully in different movements and projects in order to boost our common interests in the internal market in Europe, in order to develop new structures of protection for our citizens and for our enterprises. We are living in this moment all these challenges around this extraordinary regulatory movement of the European Union with a lot of new regulations. The transposition of the NIS2 directive, the Cyber Resilience Act, the European leveling, radio frequency. All these movements are moving us very fast in order to adopt new figures and, in particular, the development of functions for the authorities in this regulatory framework, response centers, supervisory agencies. But we must preserve to put the small and medium enterprises in the center of our efforts. We depend absolutely, in terms of cybersecurity, of our private agents. And these are represented also in Italy, in Spain, but also in the European Union, in these small and medium enterprises. We are seeing at this moment a continuous increasing in terms of cyber attacks. Last year, our national agency detected an increase of more than 24% attacks to citizens and private sector. And we need to boost all these tools that we are developing in order to coordinate a quick response to this increasing number of threats. In Spain, we have 4 months ago the launching of the hotline 017, the telephone for help victims of cyber attacks, addressed to citizens and small and medium enterprises and professionals, with a very interesting success, with more than 6,000 victims reporting attacks month by month, in order to preserve this, to leave nobody behind, and to have these vulnerable sectors addressed as the most important action for our public service commitment. But this is not enough. At this moment, we have to reinforce the capabilities. One of each 3 euros invested in Spain, according with the Next Generation Fund, 140,000 million euros in this 3 years period are devoted to digital transformation, and in particular, cybersecurity is one of our more important needs. I mentioned how important it is to work together. At this moment, we have to recognize that we are very, very bad in terms of development of this new framework of regulatory aspects of cybersecurity. Similar to this rain, we now are living a new storm called artificial intelligence, but we have not yet resolved the problem of the regulation related to 5G. And we have not solved the problem of the European internal market regulation for the cloud cybersecurity. We cannot afford to wait more for an European framework, and we have to work together in order to push in the standardization movement with the initial agency in this stance. It's very important, and we are very happy to have here today the director of the European Competences Cybersecurity Center, Mr. Tagliaretti. We expect that this new agency will help to boost this moment to more quick development of the new standards, because we need to preserve the accessibility for the technology to the more vulnerable sectors of the economy. This is the small and medium enterprises. And let me to link these reflections with the issue that presides this event today, the artificial intelligence. The main risk of the artificial intelligence, in my opinion, is not the cybersecurity threats. The problem is the accessibility for the artificial intelligence for these small companies, for the small local administrations, regional authorities, all this massive group of users that have prohibitive costs of access to a technology that is very powerful, and the general has explained it very well how important and which are the challenges. But the problem is to access to that. We have the risk to face an oligopoly and to have problems that we have lived before in terms of access to the cloud services. Prohibitive costs insist to access to the huge needs of processing information inside this kind of artificial intelligence tools. And all the powerful of this democratization that we are living around ChatGPT and all these tools show us that we need to access to this technology. And if we manage a European framework in terms of regulation that is not enhancing this access at an affordable cost to these old agents, we are facing the risk to have a new delay to extract all the useful and advantages that are related to this new technology. And we lived this very previously in terms of the access to the cloud. And we are living this problem with access to the 5G. 5G is the only way to increase the level of cybersecurity inside the organizations. Of course, there are risks related to the lay of infrastructures, where we can manage all the problems related to the vulnerability of the communications. But we are delaying all the development and the access to this new technology that is ready. And we have to enhance this access to the innovation to our private sector, because we depend on that. This is the nature of the digital economy and the digital society in Europe. And in this case, we expect that the new agreement that we are signing today with the National Authority of Italy will help that Spain and Italy work more together than ever and to push in order to have more results in the short term facing these movements with the European agencies and the European Commission. We need that. We have a lot of common. We have a lot of opportunities. We have not maybe the same history, but now we are sharing all these common characteristics. So we expect that to have more partnerships between companies from Italy and Spain, to have more common projects, and remember together that all the competitiveness needs, all the problems that we are facing will be solved if we work closely together. So congratulations one year more for this event. A pleasure to be here and to share with the attendants during the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barrio. Thank you for being with us.